Here's your vacuum cleaner.
Thanks.
How are you doing? Have anything new to tell?
No? You?
Nothing new?
I have nothing new to tell.
I haven't seen you in so long, and you have nothing new to tell me?
Don't get mad.
You think I'm mad? I know what I'm going to tell you about. I will tell you the story of how I was born. I was born in January 1984. I guess that around the time that I was born, I wasn't aware of the fact that on the day before I was born, January 3rd, 1984, I didn't really exist. However, about 4 years later, probably because I had a new sister, I started figuring out that everybody was born. It wasn't certain. I mean, it could have been different with me. But I began to act it out as if it were fact. Those were the years when I knew it had to do with my mother and father. But did I really understand that I was growing inside of my mother's womb, only to arrive through her kahn? I don't think so.
Do you have any sugar?
So, it took me until about the time I was 12 to realize my mother and father were actually having sex. I was jerking off, which made this sex seem so ridiculous. Oops, a baby here, there goes another one. This seemed so strange. I was taking biology lessons at the time and learning about the processes. And somehow I felt less human, you know? And society. No. First evolution, and then came society. Even before those biology lessons and jerking off, I was reading those pictured science books about fossils and dinosaurs and Neanderthal men, but it was abstract. I knew it could have been different in my case. It took me 3 or 4 years after that to fully realize the meaning of being my parents' artifact. It made me see them as victims in my own eyes. I mean, first, I was the victim. I was 16, I had left home, but in 2 years of collecting enough reasons to blame them, and since at 18 I had already had enough bosses and landlords, I was gaining the suspicion that my parents were mere vessels of a greater force. A brutal machine that I was becoming more and more obsessed with. Human society. I got mad. I freaked out. I vowed never to cooperate. But then I forgot about it. I was busy fresh at the time, but then I grew busy tired. Now it only comes in pauses. I sit here or somewhere else, alone or with someone, bored. I start thinking about death and then escape by thinking about birth. I look back. I look back on the day I just had, the post office, a phone call, maybe it's you, Stanley, calling about your stupid vacuum cleaner. Sometimes I go over my whole life. Sometimes it's the history of the human race. Sometimes I even go back to the Big Bang. I'm thinking to myself, What the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck is going on? Why are we here, you know? Why are we here?
I have to go. I have friends waiting for me downstairs.